Well, here we go. Starting off, and here we are. Hello again, everyone. I'm Adam Papagan, and welcome to another episode of There's a Place, the ASMR talk show. The show that feels good to hear. We're going to get into the show in just a little bit, but first, as I always do, start off a little monologue, tell you the kind of thing that's been happening, during my day, the week, whatever. Little things I've noticed. You know how a monologue works. The monologue theme tonight is shop local. These are one of these things, one of these terms that gets thrown around, but dollar for dollar, pound for pound, the best way to improve your quality of life, to keep your neighborhood how you like it, is support the businesses that are in your neighborhood. I'll tell you what I mean. So I had to get oil change, and normally I have a mechanic I like, but normally little stuff, I'll just go to Pet Boys or Valvoline, whatever, just Google like oil change coupon. And I go, and it's not really even that close to my house, but they have all the advertising, they're a big chain, but I go and you're in there and they try to upsell you, and it's a disaster. And it's not that much cheaper. It's maybe like $7 cheaper. So this past Friday I said, no more. I'm going to go to the local mechanic down the street from my house, who actually I found on Instagram. They started following me on Instagram, so it's kind of an example of something, a modern technique and an old-fashioned technique. But this is just, an old mechanic. It looks like second generation. The son's taking it over, but just an old kind of gas station peeling paint. You could imagine, like during the Dust Bowl, Okies rolling into there, getting their gas. So I went in there. It was empty because nobody likes to support local businesses. So I got out of there, had a little lunch, walked back. Car was done. Guy gives me the bill. It was $10 more than it would have been to go down to Jiffy Lube or a place like that. And I realized paying $10 every couple months more to not have a Jiffy Lube in my neighborhood, that's priceless right there. So support those local businesses. Also, then if the local businesses come out, even if a chain doesn't move in, you run the risk of one of these like nice coffee place gentrification type deals going on, and that's just going to drive your rent up. So invest the little bit of money up front to keep small businesses open. Speaking of small businesses, entrepreneurs, my guests tonight are rappers, and built into that, there's a lot of the entrepreneurial spirit, because they've got clothing lines and fragrances and food and all sorts of ideas. But we're gonna talk to them right now. Please welcome my guest tonight, Wrongboy.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
So, Wrongboy, and then
Mute.
What?
Mute.
Mew was your stage name.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Mew was coming on the
Mute.
show.
Like when you turn off the TV sound.
Yeah. Mute.
Yeah.
He's my assassin.
Your assassin?
Yeah.
Who do you need to assassinate?
Honestly, we live in LA, so it might come down to it. So he's my guy.
Well, it seems like in LA, you run the risk of just getting assassinated by just any old person.
Yeah, but
So it's good to have already set that up.
Right. You feel me?
Yeah.
This is my guy.
I mean, yeah, you never know.
He's
Sometimes.
also my anger translator. Like when I don't know something is kind of weird, like a situation I'm in, he'll like step up and be like, "No, that was weird. We should react." Like,
So he's your buddy.
yeah.
Yeah. You guys are buddies.
No, don't look at me. We're not friends.
Yeah, we're not friends.
Well, yeah, no, I'm glad. Something I've noticed. We've had a number of rappers on the show.
How many?
4 or 5 or 6.
Okay.
About half the time, they'll come with a crew.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it comes with the territory. Like,
Does it? So yeah, I guess that's my question. Does it is it just something you figure, well, I'm a rapper now, so I gotta have a crew?
You have to have at least like one person. Okay, so like there's nobody more like dissatisfying and like unintriguing than like just a lone rapper. You know, like nobody's just like, oh yeah, that guy's by himself. Unless he's done like some like really monumental things. But like usually like to know that somebody's a decent rapper or if they have like any clout, they have to have at least like 1 or 2 people. Yeah,
That's all it takes, just 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's a strange dichotomy.
He's cool, trust me.
Yeah.
I'm friends with him.
It's a strange dichotomy. And he had, like, my friends have to know what he's like about. You know, he can't just be like a no-face person, you know. I'm like, yeah, he like, you know, he's done some crazy things, so.
So do you guys hang out in other people's crews? Is it fluid, or do you just kind of
There's
stick
like
to
not
your
really
own?
like a crew scene like where we hang out though, to be real.
Yeah, there's not.
Because we're just like weird like rap kids.
We kind of like are like black sheep in our general like scene. I mean, I hate when people use like scene, but like the term, but like really like our scene is basically like anyone who's like maybe throwing a show or is like a promoter or something. So it's like we kind of stand out in that general area, you know, and it's cool though. It's like it's pretty cool. Like we get to do like a lot of our own stuff, and so like we don't really go into like other crews that much. Like I don't know. We have friends that are in crews, so I guess that means we can.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's not
you don't
like,
really think about it as much though. It's not like yo, I'm gonna hang out with like whatever crew. Like you're just like yo, I'm gonna hang out with
It's not like the 80s where we're like, yo, we're gonna go with the breakbeat crew. You know,
Right. Yo, how sick.
Yeah, it's not like
Are you a
we get
little
down.
nostalgic for those times?
Parties.
A little bit. Okay, so honestly, we've been like the type of like weird adventures that we've been on lately have been very nostalgic of like the 90s and like the 80s. Like, I don't know if you've seen The Get Down, but like the first episode is like them. It's like the guy's girlfriend, and she's trying to go into this club because she's a singer, and it's like 18 and up, and so she can't get in, but she's like gonna finesse her way in, and then she's gonna like, the Get Down.
The Get Down. That's like the 70s though. It's not the 80s.
Still.
70s are like the 80s.
Okay, The Get Down.
The 70s, like, I feel like have way more drugs and sex though than the 80s. Like the 80s has like a lot of sex, but the 70s is like, yo, like fucking's like a cool thing. Like,
Yeah,
let's get
but
on
no,
that.
The Get Down was late 70s,
Sure.
and so they were like basically transitioning pretty early into the 80s. And so like she's trying to get in and give her mixtape to like this DJ who's like really cracking, and like that's literally like what he and I have been doing like in LA lately, trying to get in like no jumper shows and give our tape to like Adam or like something like that.
Like you always hear about, like in the behind the music. Like it's
Yeah,
kinda like
exactly.
Then he
Kinda
passed his
well,
demo tape.
Yeah, he broke into the club when he was like 13 and gave like DJ Khaled his mixtape.
Well, that's good that you're learning from the past.
Yeah.
Other people's accomplishments. Have you guys ever? Because I know there's a lot of different hip hop scenes and stuff,
Yeah,
and
for
different
sure, for
styles.
sure,
There's a ton.
Yeah, a ton.
And they're all pretty autonomous. Do you ever cross paths with the guys on Hollywood Boulevard with the stack of CDs who are out there?
Oh, we do. We met one of those dudes in Oakland, but he was really
We
chill.
did
actually.
meet it? Okay, did we listen to his tape though? Because
No, dude, he wanted
how
money
chill
for
could
it,
he?
and we're broke as shit.
Oh yeah, he wanted money. I'm like, if you're out on the street, I'm not giving you money. I'm sorry. Like, if you're slanging CDs, like you're not homeless. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give my money to like someone else. But like, no, we have run into, honestly, I've run into those people anytime I go into Hollywood, anytime I go on like the Walk of Fame, and then like anytime I'm in like downtown LA. It's always like,
Dude.
yeah, it's like one
Are they
person.
in downtown too?
Yeah, they're.
Occasionally, man, you find a lot more in Hollywood.
But they're in weird places in downtown. Like they'll be outside of Ralph's for sure.
I've never had anyone drop
Okay.
my CD going come out.
Okay, you may have never seen one, but like, did they not seem like they would be there though? Like, were you like, have you ever
There's so
been?
many cops there. I just
Every
like,
time I
what
go
the
to
fuck
Ralph's, I half-heartedly expect somebody to sell me their CD, and I'm like, Ralph's is a very strange place to do this at. Like, I don't think you should.
So they don't have a lot of credibility in your book.
Nah, not really. If you had any, like, okay, so there's literally no reason for for you to not be selling your music online. Why are you?
Because it's a hustle.
I'm like,
But CDs could be blank.
okay, so like I'm unemployed. Like I hustle online, like you know, like through the same means. And I'm like, why are you not? You know, just like get tech savvy a little bit.
So
know?
you think it could be like a generational thing?
Oh, yeah, it's honestly, it is for sure a generational thing. You know?
Yeah.
There's like,
But that dude was like our age in Oakland, so it was kind of
okay, but like honestly, it's also generational to not be in the loop though.
true.
You feel me? Like this guy, he was our age, but he was just not in the loop. He's probably one of those people who are like, I don't want to blow up off the internet. I'm like, okay, so you're trying to
And
be
how are you blowing up?
exactly.
Off
I'm like,
third
you're,
Street.
Like, where are you?
I'm like, you're trying to be viral. Why would you not go through the like most like progressive like invention of our entire like generation?
It's
Where-
literally like so open. Like,
Yeah, like-
the internet is like the
I'm like,
Wild
information
West.
has never moved faster in the entire history of like people. I'm like, and you're not utilizing it. It's so easy.
I know a lot of really cool people shop at that Ralph's.
Yeah, that's
So-
you know, honestly, it's probably the Rouse. I mean,
You
I
could
bet
be onto something.
I bet he's been like, hey, this Rouse is cracking. I have to be here. Like, I feel that if he has a hot spot, if he knows we're a hotbed of like young buyers.
I mean, we shot a music video over there, so he can't be wrong though. It was clearly a cracking area.
Yeah. Wait, we didn't shoot a music video.
We shot the video like right there, rose gold. He was like right next to the
Oh yeah.
river,
Okay.
yeah.
The whole time I'm thinking about Ralph's in downtown
Yeah,
LA.
no, it
You're
was
talking
in
about
Oakland.
Oakland. Okay, we did. Oh yes.
So that dude actually had a good spot, kind
Now I
of.
remember that guy. He did have a good spot. I feel bad for if he's watching. I feel bad.
He was a chill
I'm
dude.
sorry. Oh, he was pretty chill.
We honor you, man.
He wanted
You're a
us to
cool
give
dude.
he wanted us to give him a whole rundown about how to make T-shirts though.
Yeah, I was like,
I
I,
was
can't
like,
teach you how
How
to
long
screen
were you
print right here,
talking to
man.
this guy?
We were talking. Okay, so I think
Well,
I,
he went to the bathroom. I was
Yeah.
outside for like 15 minutes. He took forever.
I was really drunk though.
I
so
was
like,
pretty drunk too, but like the dude
It's
was like,
easy to
"Yo,
wait,
man,
like,
t-shirts. How
it's
I
hard.
make those?" And I was like, "Yo, dude, so like you gotta go get like a screen burn, but first you need like a design."
And I had to
I was
tell
like
him-
running through him. He's like, "But where exactly?" I was like, "Dude,
I
like
had
we
to
live
come.
in LA."
That's why I came in. He doesn't even live in LA.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like,
"You're
why?
gonna drive like 5 hours to
I
do
was like, dude, okay, so go to downtown LA, go to 14th in Maine, and you could, I guess you could get some shirts there. I don't know, but he was like really weird about it. I feel like he just wanted that information to feel like he was making like moves, you know,
Yeah.
quote unquote moves. And I'm like, okay, so you know the street where like to get shirts made, but you didn't go, so it's kind of weird.
You never
So
know.
what then would be the correct approach to hustling in the digital age?
Okay.
How do you get your music out there digitally?
Okay, so I had an idea about this. Like, okay, digitally, honestly, digitally is like, God, I could talk about this for a long time. Okay, like digitally hustling is like, basically, everything has to be targeted. I remember in like 2000, like late 2014 or something, like early 2015, I was like, you know what, it's like time to stop like working hard and start working smart. So like I was like, I found like one of my favorite artists, and then like I went through his entire network because I found like his personal network, and so like I was like reaching out to everyone of like his friends because I realized that they were also artists that I had always like, you know, like just got older listening to. I'm like, I didn't even know that these people had like personal, like very public personal interactions at the same time. And so like I ended up like, you have to target and know where to like, for example, just like being very blunt, like on Facebook, you need to know who to add, like, and just add like a lot of people. A lot of times I get by doing, I have like nearly 5,000 friends. Like I've hit 5,000, I had to leave people, but it gets to a point where like, if you promo just by proximity, like it won't go unnoticed, you know? And also like, that's like, you get to get really strong exposure that way. And so I feel like people should really just like, I don't know, this guy doesn't want to add people on Facebook.
I like don't like doing it, but I'm doing it a lot more now. I just
it's
don't.
too lucrative.
Like, people
I'm
get
like-
really weird with me, man. Like I'm a really
That's-
weird person, and like
That's what the territory
do-
people always get
Yeah.
weird. But like honestly, to be real, okay, like I get a decent amount of clout from turning up on weird people though. Like people see me like exposing strange characters online, and they're like, "Yo, I love this. Like, let me check out your music or something." And I'm like, "That's all right. I guess that's the type of lifestyle I live right now." You know.
So it's kind of the same as the guys on the street, where it is just like personal, like it's a 1-by-1.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, the thing is, it's easier to. It's 1-by-1, but at the same time, online, it's not 1-by-1.
Because you just.
Yeah, you get
You're clicking.
Yeah, you get to talk to like 18 people at one time. You know, okay, so like Facebook, I'm really in tune with like Facebook's like algorithm thing. You know, so like I'll say something that's like outrageous, and it gets like 200 shares or something like that. And then it's like people get interested because they see like honestly, it's so crazy, but people get really interested when they see like high numbers. And so like they'll see like, okay, this post has like 200 shares, something like that. So like, let me find out about this guy. And like, what's so crazy about Facebook though is because you only have 5,000 friends. But like, if you can find the way to engage all 5,000, or honestly, in my case, it's not even all 5,000. It's like maybe like, to be real, it's only like maybe like 400, you know? It's still like really monumental, you know, like to have like 400 people actively engage.
Yeah,
you know?
and you're right there in their feed with their grandmother and their friends in high school.
If you say something crazy to me and your grandma like sees it and she wants to jump in, like I'll roast your grandma, and like, you know, like it's crazy. That's why I love the internet, because I get to insult.
Because you can roast grandmas.
Yeah, I can insult anybody's
virtual anonymity.
It's so funny. Actually, what's funny is I just got, I don't know if you know on Facebook, if you post something like that's against the rules or whatever, they'll post block you. And so somebody on my friends list like posted a picture of like, they posted a picture of like their brother. I thought it was like their boyfriend at first, but it was like their brother. And he's like, they're like, "Oh, rest in peace to my brother." But then the picture, literally like most of the picture behind him is a white pride flag. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They're like, what do you mean? What's wrong? And I'm like, I'm kind of glad he's dead. Like, what are you talking about?
Was it clear that it belonged to the brother?
Yeah, that was
okay.
like,
The brother
like
wasn't
him
at
in
like
his room.
No,
though.
he
wasn't like
standing in front of like a
like,
sign that
like,
said,
yeah,
"I'm
he
not
was,
into
like-
this."
he was like
hanging
laying
out.
on his bed, like
It was very casual.
Yeah, visibly just like laxed out, and like this white pride flag is behind it. And like somebody commented like, why is that the only thing you're focusing on? I'm like, it's the biggest part of the
thing in the
picture.
frame,
It was
though.
weird.
Yeah, and so
And to be so casual about it too.
and like so like it got into like this full blown thing where like they're like threatening to like curb stomp me, and like one of them like literally threatened to burn a cross on my lawn. And I'm like, okay, so at this point, like I know if you're stooping to that level, to like you're already like more hurt than I am, so I don't care at that point. And so like I just started like really like getting like going in on him, and it was a lot. And then so like the girl blocked me who posted the picture, and then all of her friends just like started piling in my inbox. And then finally her mom got to my inbox. It was like the funniest thing ever. I was like, what
Is this the mother of the dead young man?
Yeah, I'm like, I get to roast somebody's like dead white supremacist mom. I'm like, this is like, I couldn't have like wished for this for like Christmas. Like this is like really tight. It's like, and her mom like stays in for a while, like in the whole conversation. And I even give her a chance too, because I'm like, okay, it's your son, whatever. He's dead, that kind of sucks. But like, if you raise this dude, I'm like, okay, so you have either like two choices. Either you're gonna apologize because you didn't want him to become that, or you can fucking die in a fire because you wanted him to be that and you're just the same. And she's like, she was like, he's 17. That wasn't, like, I'm not in control of his path. I'm like, what kind of parent are you if you're not in control of
mean, dude?
Right, you're 19.
He lives in your house, though.
He's pretty young to jump into the racism.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're
I
not.
feel like that was all you.
Right?
Yeah.
And she's like so hung up. She's like, you need to respect the dead. I'm like, by that very same logic, I should respect like Hitler or something.
Yeah.
Just because he's dead. I'm like,
Or
what?
maybe they should respect like Emmett Till.
Yeah,
or, like,
maybe they should
all the
respect living people.
dead. Yeah, the dead people killed by white supremacists.
I'm like, nobody respects living people. You know, and I'm just like, What are you
Yeah, how
talking?
come the dead get all the respect?
Yeah, for
It's
no.
because they're dead, man. They got the good
It's such a
end of shit.
dumb thing.
You don't have to worry about anything.
I don't care if you like. What does being dead do for you?
Like this kid wasn't like a national hero. Like he didn't do anything.
He was literally a white supremacist.
Like the post was literally like, I'm gonna miss listening to Sublime with you. Like they didn't even have memories from this kid. By the way, if you're a white
Hey,
supremacist,
that guy's
Sublime's
dead, too.
not for you. And
Sublime's
that
not
dude
for
is
white-
dead.
Sublime is not
It's
for you.
super
at
not
all.
for you.
No. And I'm like, okay, but what's even crazier though? These people weren't white. They were like Latino, and I was like, why are you guys like this? Like they're not.
like,
These
I
guys
don't
are
get
not
it.
writing for you at all. Like, come on.
Well, maybe they were just fans of like how you
Of the
make fun of
aesthetic.
a
They're
sports
into the
team
movement,
They-
man.
for a city you're not from.
Yep.
They were just fans.
Maybe they were into the
of whites.
aesthetic. I mean,
They like the aesthetic and the movement, bro.
because they weren't like Hicks. I mean, okay, they did live in like Missouri, but they didn't look like Hicks though. They looked real like internet-y and like alternative. And I'm like, even like the girl, like the guy's sister had like some type of like communist like identifier or something on like her bio, and I'm like, why? Okay, but like, and then she had like meme queen as her occupation. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you've had to see like too many memes to not know that this is like really crazy.
She
and
probably still
super-
thinks all your base is funny.
yeah. And I'm like, what's crazy is, okay, so I have like, it's really fucked up. Like on my music page, right? Okay, like my artist page on Facebook, I have to post like memes to get like popular because like people don't care about if you post a link. And so like I have to make all these memes and stuff. And like I remember one meme that I made, they got like the reach for it. I don't know if you've ever seen like where like Facebook reach, it'll show you like how you know how many people have literally seen this post. It was like 4 million, and I was like, fuck, tight. But then I thought about it, I'm like, this really like crazy like white supremacist girl has probably like shared my meme. And I'm like, this, why? Like if you had clicked one more, you would have seen that I'm not about anything that you're on. Like, because I have like hella memes just roasting like white people for like racist shit.
The memes are impartial. The memes don't know color. They don't know age. They don't know sexuality.
Which is so great because it's millennials who make them, and I'm like, I get to make like.
He made a popular meme actually.
I made it
too.
very popular.
What was it?
It was like, okay, it was like a picture of like Skeletor. He's like laughing. It's like when they try to hurt your feelings, but you've been dead inside for a really long time. It's like, you should probably share that.
Yeah, that's a good meme.
Yeah, and she's like sending her friends to hurt my feelings, and I'm like, you've shared this meme that I made. And
I live on the internet. I have no feelings.
exactly. I don't know. Memes are annoying though. Wait.
So when I was, speaking of memes and these conservative internet users, when I was doing research for this episode, I was looking on your page. You posted something about an Adult Swim show that's like racist. Wait, what is this? Okay, because I'm
Okay.
not.
It's
you guys are a little younger than me. I'm not up with meme culture.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
that's not.
Well,
That's not that
on
much
Earth.
older.
I mean, I just
no, but like mentally, I'm like
okay.
I'm like
Well,
a baby
I
boomer.
feel like
you know
have
what I
like the
mean?
bald Flanders.
I mean, I
look
just
going
turned
on. I feel it.
21 like this
Okay.
year, so I'm pretty up to breast about
Yeah. No.
Okay, so you've seen the uprise of Adult Swim.
Yeah. No, it's huge. It's
I've seen it. Yeah, like I remember being like, I
Hey,
don't
since
know,
I was your age,
Yeah,
Adult
so-
Swim's been around.
right? You know, watching like fucking
Aqua Teen.
yeah, Space Ghost, whatever. I
Hey,
can't.
can I give Adult Swim a shout out real quick? I have a
No,
slight
no.
gripe.
We're literally about to fucking expose Adult Swim. Don't give a shout out.
No.
Okay, so they just had this show. I can't remember what it's called. It's like World Peace $1 Million, some shit like
The
that.
$1 Million Club presents World Peace.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah. Okay, so
snappy title?
yeah, and it's like one of the shows that they like the really obscure shows that they show like real late at night.
It like doesn't have like more than one season. or
No,
anything.
no. Okay, so and they only show like maybe like once every 3 weeks, like Xander or whatever the fuck.
Xander is fucking weird, but it's like
They
kind
don't-
of great. It's like a very acquired taste.
It isn't. It's gross. He says nigga sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what he is.
He's Native American. I feel like it's a pass. He's a person of color.
No, it's not. It's
I
not.
don't know, man. I feel like they're like the original niggas.
It's
like,
not
we're
a
being
pass.
real.
No, it's not. Okay, so it's
So this is deep Adult Swim.
yeah,
This show.
deep Adult Swim.
But still,
Like
on
they're going to
television.
hell, kind of like
yeah,
that
and so
deep.
they have like it's like made by like a full-on Republican, like heavy Republican, and all he does is just like kind of like satirically like if it was like it's like BuzzFeed if it ran by like just
For conservatives.
yeah.
That's what
And also he had like a part, I think it's like in the most recent episode or the one before the most recent episode, where like the first like 10 minutes is literally him in blackface, and he's like speaking like stereotypically black, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is a lot.
He's speaking jive.
Yeah, I'm like Facebook. I mean, not. Why did I say Facebook? Adult Swim. Like Adult Swim, like definitely allowed it, and so it's like I don't know.
That's so. I mean, it makes sense that there would be a movement. Like it's only a matter of time before those people get on the internet.
Yeah, Adult Swim low key doesn't give a fuck.
They
That's the thing.
super don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
They literally give like they give negative fucks. Like they low key owe the world some fucks.
yeah, you know, like come on now. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is like one of the most deprived shows.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is great though, dude.
It's
Like
so
I hate
gross.
MC Chris. Like he's not a good rapper. But
MCP Pants though.
But MCP Pants, I will buy that album all fucking day. Put that out, Adult Swim. I'll buy like 12 of them. Well, I'll pirate like 12 of them, but I'll buy one.
That, wasn't he just a spider?
He was a spider.
With
and he
a
ate
shower cap.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
You just need to
that,
drain your people fluids.
So Adult Swim has though like some hip hop connections. Well,
Yeah.
not,
They do. Deep
Fly
ones.
Lotus, like for
MF
sure.
Doom.
are
Off the
they?
top.
That's
MF
right. The
MF Doom.
Earl.
MF Doom.
Earl.
Like all of those.
Adult, what was
both,
it?
actually.
Danger Mouse Doom or whatever.
Danger Doom.
yeah.
And
That was
Danger
put
Mouse.
out by
Danger Mouse.
That was put out by Adult Swim.
Yeah,
and it
that's-
had the.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
they're into hip hop culture over there.
Very much.
Is it? Would you guys say an authentic appreciation of hip hop culture?
I think
or
it's
is it just
legitimate, like,
Okay.
for sure.
Jump on this.
It's up to date. Okay, so like they have very
They're in the loop.
yeah, they're very in the loop. Okay, so they have an artist who works for them, and his name is Young Jake, and he's like, I don't know if like
I didn't know
yeah, I
Young
know who
Jake
you're talking
worked.
yeah, you
about.
know, yeah, okay, so Young Jake works for Adult
I
Swim.
did not know that. That's super weird.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I showed
It's
you.
weird. It's weird that any rappers work for like Adult Swim to be real.
Think of a rapper
Yeah.
having a
Besides-
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Adult Swim is very very current. You know,
I mean, dude, they had Loiter Squad. Like that was an
Loiter
odd future like sketch.
it doesn't get any
comedy
more
show.
current at that time when Loader Squad came out.
Like that's crazy.
Okay, what do you
Yeah.
guys think about? And I'm not trying to get you to like, put your foot in your mouth and like make beef with the Golf Wang crew. But when that all happened a couple years ago, the Odd Future thing, what were your opinions on
I
that?
fuck with it, dude. I
Okay.
like. I mean, it's pretty apparent like that.
That was
They
like
were huge for a time.
okay, so
Yeah.
part of like my aggression in music and like performing is Odd Future and Crime Mob. Okay, so like Odd Future, I remember when Odd Future first came out. It's crazy. My mom showed me Odd Future, and she was like, she came home from work, and she was like, "Hey, my coworker just showed me Odd Future," and so she showed me like Tyler the Creator, and then I want to say I was in 9th grade, or it was either 9th or 10th grade, and I remember my homeboy Brandon had like this huge boombox, and like
Was he playing Goblin?
we were playing no
Yonkers?
this was far before we were playing Tina.
Yes.
Every morning we would walk through before class with this boombox blasting Tina, and we were like, it was like 8 of us. Like we were super deep, and like we were just like yelling like, Tina, for real, fucking wave.
Dude, you know what's weird though? Like I went to for high school I went to Fairfax High, and like I graduated in like 09, but nobody was talking about like Tyler back then. And that's weird because
Okay.
like that's like when they started cracking.
Nobody was talking about Tyler because I was.
He had billboards everywhere.
He
back
did-
then.
You did have billboards, but
Yeah.
not store.
That's like what made I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I lived in Omaha at the time, like Omaha, Nebraska, and like so like nothing was like current in Omaha. It took like 3 or 4 years for like it to get from California to Omaha, and so it was like just me and my friends listening to Odd Future, and like I fucked with him pretty much all the way up until like Tyler dropped. I'm trying to think what tape it was that made me fall off. I think it was Wolf. Yeah, I think it was definitely Wolf, and I was like, I'm kind of over this shit. You feel me? Like,
Because stuff you like when you're young, it's hard to like.
Yeah,
keep
I
liking
still
it.
really fuck with Odd Future, but only like good like core Odd Future people, which at this point is essentially just like Tyler and Earl.
Tyler, Earl,
I think
Haji.
Left
Free
Brain
Earl.
and Haji are cool.
Left Brain is
Earl's free, dude.
Earl's free, but he's still like you still equate him with Odd Future, so it's fine. But also Frank Ocean because
I think they,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think they
then
squashed
Frank
their
Ocean
beef.
was the one who
Frank Ocean's
actually-
like loose Odd Future. I don't think
low-key-
he's like Odd Future.
no,
he's
no,
like his own shit.
He is I mean, he is Odd Future, but he's literally like
Oh, and the internet. We can't forget the internet.
the internet's
Oh, is
crazy.
that
the
from them
kid.
too? Okay.
What's her name?
Sid the Kid.
Yeah, Sid the Kid, and she has her own band called
Yeah,
the Internet.
and her brother like Taco. I think Taco's her brother.
Yeah, and they're like getting
Dude, and people
Grammys.
forget Vince Staples. Vince Staples was
Vince
like
Staples
he
was
wasn't
all-
in Odd Future,
Nah,
but he was like
loosely-
with Odd Future a lot. And like
Uh,
Vince Staples is
he
like
was-
low key.
he
Vince
was-
Staples is like a creative genius. Like he's on some Kanye
He
shit
is,
right now with
but like
Prima Donna.
he was affiliated with Odd Future about the same way
Yeah.
that like
They're like Frank and like other people.
no, way worse. Like he was affiliated with them the same way that Casey Veggies was.
Casey Veggies is tight.
Casey Veggies is cracking, but he was like
Where's
only,
he at, man?
oh,
It's a tough business.
right. But no,
Mike G also.
Mike G.
Shout out to Mike
is
G.
fine. Do we? He's tight.
Mike G's chill.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Oh,
I just
Mike G, he's cool.
sometimes I get their names mixed up. I had to think about it. But yeah, nah, it's I got over it really quick. I got over Tyler really quick. Earl's like always been tight. Earl's still like one of the
I
hardest.
love his sentence structures, dude.
His sentence structure
Fucking
is
so nice.
crazy, right? And like he just sounds like he's talking, but I feel like if I heard him talk, he would just say like really tight shit in really cool ways, you know. But really, that's like him and Frank are the only ones I have.
But it
any
was,
interest in.
it seems like we're saying is it was a legitimate movement.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
dude,
was
like
influential,
fucking
it wasn't-
Odd Fu- like.
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't know if like Kyrie's mentioned it to you before, but we're like we've made like a rap group called Scum Boys,
Yeah.
and like essentially like our whole thesis is just like if you look at Odd Future, like that was like right like when like rap became like relevant again, and it was like fucking fun to listen to, and it was just fucking tight to be a part of.
Yeah.
And like anyone's on the internet right now and like doing like crazy like pseudo punk shit with rap, they kind of gotta give some respect to Odd Future because like Odd Future brought that punk element back to rap. And, like that's like the whole tip that we're on. Like we're like if
Yeah.
rap is a new punk, then we're kind of gonna be on like the post punk like spectrum of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, so like my persona as Wrongboy is like completely different to my persona as, you know, the other member of Scum Boys. But like as Wrongboy though, I want to be like, cause you mentioned like pop punk. I've been drifting toward that a little bit harder, but like I also want to be like the James Blake of
I
like,
said post punk, but it's cool that you want to be pop punk, I guess.
you know what I mean? Post punk, what is post punk?
Post punk is like Glass Jaw and shit like that.
Okay.
Like,
No, that's post-hardcore.
yeah, it's post hardcore. You're right. You're right.
your shit-
Well,
punk
I
is-
mean, that branches off though. But
Get
yeah.
your shit together. No, but like I want to be like the James Blake of like trap music. You know, like it seems like really fun to do because he's like teeter toward it like always. I don't know if you've ever like, you know, because you have to be pretty in depth into trap music to notice when like weird like indie like, you know, pop like groups or whatever start to dabble in trap because they all do it. Bon Iver has like people don't know that, but
The tick, tick, tick that's in every song.
yes, exactly. Like they start putting in,
About a year and a half ago, every song
Yep.
started getting that.
and honestly, all it takes to like to change like a new artist, like to change like a pop artist into delving into trap is just like get him to like collab with Kanye. Like Bon Iver did a track with Kanye, and now he's a completely different person. You know, like who else did some shit with Kanye that was like really obscure?
I don't really keep abreast to what Kanye's doing. I feel like he's not relevant anymore, to be real.
He's not, but still, some of the things he does are.
Nah, I can't fuck if you
Mr.
$7
Hudson,
shirts.
Mr. Hudson's like nothing that like he was before. You know, it's like basically just take an artist and just like filter him through Kanye, and he'll like have like a very decent idea of how to integrate trap into his music, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When Bangin, friend of the program, friend of yours, was on the show,
Shout out to Bangin.
he told me to get beats for rap songs. You could just go on Twitter
Yep.
and
Yep.
people, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
And true to my word, I did, and so many people came out of the
believe
woodwork and sent me beats. Almost
I
to
bet
the
they were
point where I was
tight
like,
too.
I was like, oh, I should record a rap album. All these people are behind me.
Dude, do it.
I bet you they were really tight beats because like, okay, so like as far as rap goes right now, it's not like people that like just look like regular rappers that will like start cracking. It's like if you decide to start rapping and go on like SoundCloud, you would crack like super
Dude,
crazy.
Dead ass. Just call yourself Young Flanders. Go on SoundCloud and then rap as Ned Flanders. I swear to God, that shit will crack off.
Well, there's the Flanders metal band.
Yeah,
And
but,
have you
but,
heard
you're,
of
but
them?
you're just like a solo. You're like real Ned Flanders.
Oh, the
man.
real Ned.
Or
Young
You could
Flanders.
get Andy Milonakis to come on and be like Rod or Todd.
Yo, or young next door neighbor.
Young Neighbor.
Young Neighbor.
Dude, you're a rapper now.
I'm a rapper now.
You're gonna be on Jimmy Kimmel in 7 months.
He's gonna be on like the fourth Scum Boys EP. We're already doing the second one. He can be on like
Crazy,
the fourth
man.
one.
Yeah, he's featuring.
Yes.
Give me. I'm ready for those.
Honestly
features.
though, with it sucks. I can't do that. People send banging beats when they do not send me.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, I make beats though, so like.
Okay.
People who
People
like
send me beats, and I just don't use them.
they send him beats. But, like if people even know me, like half of my music that I release, usually actually my release process is like I'll release all the beats for like any project that I'm even gonna put vocals on. So I just have all the beats out and then I might record on it. But like I'll promo those beats for like 3 to 4 months. So it's like people are listening to the beats and they're like, I don't know what to do with this, and I also don't know what to send you anymore. So it's like, I don't know. I have a very strange like production type of thing. And so like people are kind of warded off by it, which is fine. He has a really good eye for beats though.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Honestly,
I
like
just know what I like to rap over, to be real.
I guess so.
Like, what's fun to rap over, I guess. It's more appropriate.
But I don't even rap fun anymore. Like that's the only time. Like if we're doing like Scum Boy stuff, I rap fun. But like otherwise, I have
Yeah,
to
I
make
feel
the
you.
beat.
Well,
It has to be very
all my solo
cinematic.
shit's super depressing, so I feel you on that.
Most of our solo stuff is like depressing, and we take like the like high end, like high octane parts of our solo stuff and just like put it into
Yeah, like
one
Scum Boys
thing.
is just like a hurricane of like fucking anger.
Yeah,
And that's fun. That's fun rapping.
it's fun. It's fun.
I mean,
it
music
really
is bad when people aren't angry. Like, look at the Offspring; they're fucking great, and then they got happy, and like their last album was like, "Yo, we have kids, man. Life's great." Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
video-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, what happened?
Yo,
to
do you guys
that?
remember that game Crazy Taxi
Yeah,
on
dude.
Dreamcast?
Everyone
Where it had
always
an Offspring
associates that with
soundtrack,
Offspring.
and you would have to go to KFC and Pizza Hut and Tower Records to
Yeah.
pick people up.
That's so wild.
It was,
Fucking
Yo,
love
you know
the
what's
Offspring.
wilder though? Was that Simpsons Road Rage game.
oh yeah,
That shit was so crazy.
that was better.
I remember I was driving through like a tunnel and,
Simpsons Road Rage needs to come back, dude.
It
That
does.
shit was like off the chain.
and just keep it janky just as janky
Yo,
as it was
dude,
before.
Def Jam Vendetta needs to come back. Have you ever played Def Jam
No,
Vendetta?
Def Jam Records related?
Def Jam, yes, all
Yeah.
artists on Def Jam in a fighting game.
But it wasn't just limited to Def Jam people. Like, dude, look it up. If you have
Snoop
any
Dogg's
game
in it.
console, like, you can probably find a copy of one of the old ones.
Snoop
and
Dogg's
play
the
it.
main boss.
Dude, Redman and Method Man are in it, and they're
fight
like,
each other?
no, but you can play as them together. They're like a tag team duo.
And
Or you
is
could-
it like hand-to-hand combat?
Yes, it's like
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat, but for rappers.
You get
called
what is
Def
it? What's
Jam
it?
what?
It's like Def,
Def Jam Vendetta, but there's like a bunch
there's,
of them.
There's 3 of them.
I feel like there's 4 or 5.
No, there's 3.
That's
If there's 4,
that's. Hey, I'm surprised that they made one of them.
Dude, they're good
it's
though. They're like
genius.
fun.
Like, it must have been like a really weird joke to like the label. Like, I guess we'll make a video.
That was
game.
like celebrity deathmatch era, like shit. Like so,
Yep.
like people were like, "Yo,
And
let's
it was
just
just,
make
it
videos."
was
for each
tight.
other."
Like the main boss is Snoop Dogg. He's wearing like a full pimp outfit, and you have to throw him out of a flaming house. And he does like a weird, like obscure, like drunk, like kung fu. And I'm like, this is tight. Like so, he'll beat
it's
you.
like weed food.
Yeah, he'll like beat you up with his cane. And it's just like super tight. And like every scenario is a bar fight. Like there's no like okay, so like in
There's
Mortal
a
Kombat.
subway though. You can
There is-
like throw dudes into the train. Savage.
Okay, that's the only like realistic fight
That's the only
scenario.
one that's like straight up just die.
Yeah, he'll throw you right in front of the train. Like that would be that. But like every other fight scenario, like every stage, it's just a different bar in like LA. And like so you just fight in these bars and like the crowd will like they'll grab you. Like if he'll throw you into the crowd, they'll grab you and some dude in the crowd would just run up and like hit you over the head with a bottle. Like
That's what rap shows are like, bro.
Yeah, so it
I
actually
wish.
gives
That's why we don't crowd surf.
it actually gives a realistic simulation of what it's like
yeah.
to work at Def Jam
Yeah,
to be
pretty
one of their
much.
artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get jumped in, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, but that's basically,
That's great.
yeah.
See, this younger generation, you guys, you know
We have
all
some
the
cool stuff.
you got some real cool stuff.
Right. Some very.
It's way better than Shaq Fu for sure.
Yeah, it's a very novelty. Do you remember that Kung Fu game on the Xbox One? Yeah, it was like the first Xbox ever. It was like this Kung Fu game, and you were in a movie, but you were playing as actor. You know exactly what
that
I'm
game
talking
fucking sucked. It was like something Lotus, like Flying Lotus, Crimson Lotus.
I gotta go. I can't believe you would say that.
That was like an Xbox One like launch game that was like made by Microsoft's like in-house dev team, and it was
one of the best
garbage.
games.
It was moist gutter garbage. Like it was
That
like
got a real
in
wet
the storm
sandwich right
drain.
now.
Wet sandwiches are tight. They're like wet burritos.
It's hot.
Just dip them like some.
I don't know. Yeah,
Some
we have
Dijon sauce.
as millennials though, we have cool stuff. I mean, we have the internet as strong as it's ever been.
Yeah, it's only getting stronger.
I get to be really wild on the internet, which is something I'm really happy about. I get to be super wild. I just got a post block today.
For him, it's like house arrest. Internet house arrest. Like
No,
I got post block.
I like it. I like it because like I can say really crazy stuff online, and then like I have enough like locals added where like I'll go to a show and be like, bro, I saw your post on Facebook the other day. It was really crazy. Like, or it's also like really funny when I'll post about somebody that is a local. And I'll like roast them or something, and then I'll see them in person, and they don't say nothing, dude. Like
people never say anything.
Like there was like they don't say nothing. I'm like, dude, okay, don't be like this. Like, don't like
They're
flex.
internet kids though, dude.
Don't
like,
puff up your chest on me. Okay, to be real, I was gonna fight Graham like 4 times.
well, Graham's
Hey,
so
save it for
weak.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh,
You guys are all gonna make it, and you'll have a video game, and that's when you'll settle.
I
things.
wish
I don't want to be
every.
in Def Jam Vendetta. I'm too soft for that shit. I'm trying to be like the young scumbag heartthrob out here, man. I'm trying to like skateboard and like pee
Well,
on
hey,
something.
Scum
too
Boys
ugly.
romantic comedy.
Starring Owen Wilson and Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell in How to Set Your House on Fire this summer on Fox.
Some good ideas.
Oh boy.
I'd watch
What
that
is?
show.
We're almost out of time. But what is African American apparel?
Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun to do. Even though I'm really behind on orders, if I owe you a shirt, I got you.
Camera's over there, man.
I don't care. No, because African American apparel is like a satirical take on American apparel. And because American apparel doesn't have a very strong representation of like people of color and stuff like that, and also they have really weird, like overly sexual, like like themes.
They're people of color. It's usually biracial women.
Yeah,
White and something else.
Okay, yeah, it's always okay. So that's
It's always white and something else.
that's always a thing too. It's like, okay, so you have a black woman in your line, but she's like as light as you can get, you know. So I'm like, I have all black models. I have all black staff and all black designers, and like a lot of white people have hit me up and they're like, "Hey, am I allowed to buy this stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can buy it. You know, that's fine." Because the problem isn't that like black people don't have fashion, because the problem is that we do have fashion. We can literally make anything fashionable.
I mean, look at how we're dressed right now, man.
Exactly. You know, like I'm dressed as like a goth dude, but like it's tight. You know,
I'm just dressed like a fucking hipster.
right. And so I'm like, we can literally make anything. Yeah, he's dressed like a '90s like skater. Like on the way here, I was like, dude, you look like Max from like the Goofy movie.
That's my aesthetic now, I guess.
But like, and he's like made it tight. So I'm like, that's the issue is that we make everything cool, but we don't get credit for it. And so I'm just like, hey, you know what? You can buy it, but I'm gonna make the design so blatantly made by black people that you can't even start to like take credit for
it.
Yeah, I made it like literally when like this huge discussion about, you know, white people with dreads started to like really come up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like, I have like this shirt that says everything that white people invented is whack as fuck, and it's like literally at the same time it's like this huge discussion about white people having dreadlocks came up, and I'm just like, okay, like I don't care. Even like the historical origins of it is like questionable, but not really, you know. But like at the same time, it's like, okay, so at a cultural standpoint, which is like present, like if a cop calls in and he's like, yeah, this person just murdered somebody and he had dreadlocks, come and find him. This is the description. they would pull over a black dude before they pulled over a white dude with dreads.
definitely.
You know, so I'm like, okay, and usually black people have dreads more than white people. So I'm like, okay, so if more people, okay, like any group that's doing it the most, I feel like they're kind of dominating the culture. And so I'm like, if black people have dreads more, that's our culture right now, you know? And I'm like, and we're being discriminated for it, and I'm gonna make it so that you remember, you know, like every shirt is supposed to be like it's supposed to be like kind of like a reminder, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes subtle, sometimes not, you know?
Like my shit's like not subtle at all.
No, it's not.
Like I have a brand called Negative Space, which is like, I don't know if you're familiar with like FTP or like Def Precision, like any weird like internet brands, but it's like really just like fucking abrasive and in your face. And it's not necessarily like that every design I do is like gonna be pro black, but I decided to just start it off with like this design that we collaborated on, whereas like I was kind of upset that like Hillary Clinton said that whole line about like being afraid of like black males and like hoodies. I was like, that's like fucking, that's really just egregious that you'd say that while running for a candidacy.
Hold on. While he's explaining this, can I run and use the bathroom?
We're almost done.
Huh?
Yeah,
We're almost done.
Tight.
But
Sorry.
yeah,
Be in
so
the moment.
we made these hoodies that in like old like VHS like screen font.
Yeah.
It says, "Why are you clutching your purse?" on the front, like curved lettering, and then on the back it's just Hillary Clinton's campaign logo.
I like that.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I have a shirt that's like, it's a drawing of a hand holding a cell phone. And then at the top it says "shoot the cops," and people are like really upset about it. I'm like, okay, but if you have like any kind of just like, you know, just a little critical thinking, I have the red like recording like symbol,
Yeah, the
like
red
right next to
recording
"shoot the
dot.
cops." I'm like, it's a hand holding a cell phone. Obviously, I'm saying like record the police, you know. And I mean, I was being a little edgy, you know, with like the phrasing of it, but I'm still like, okay, I want to engage like questions on both sides of it, you know, like, is this what you mean? And if that's what you mean, we should talk about it. And so if this is what you mean, we should talk about it, you know. But
Keeping it, just keeping the conversation
Yeah.
being politically conscious,
yeah, I know it's
just like the
super
Just
aware.
like questioning
Yeah,
things,
it's
because
good.
like
Yeah.
people like to have just really stubborn views of like ideas, but they don't consider every perspective and
And,
shit.
and that's basically like my whole like foundation as a person. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna question like everything, you know, and just like even like question myself as deeply as I can. Like what I've been trying to do with clothing and just like generally talking and like, you know, I'm like, you know, you should like ask yourself like why you like the things that you
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know, or why you're, you know, like thrown off by something, you know, just really
Like-
go deep into it, you know, like for example, like there's like this thing in the black community with like, it's called like hoteps. And so it's like basically, it's like they're black people and they're like obsessed with like Egyptian culture and stuff.
yeah.
Okay, so I mean,
hey, that's this show.
it's
man.
it's very flamboyant.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, why are you so fixated on Egyptian culture just because you're black?
Oh,
Like,
dude, are we at a Union Station?
Hey, I'm fascinated by this Egyptian thing. It's a theme that comes up on the show.
It's cool.
So you guys will have to come back and we'll talk more about it.
Wait,
Yeah.
before we end the show, we are having a Halloween party on the 31st.
Yeah.
It's in Silver Lake. Check out our Instagrams, Wrongboy2K Forever, Doom Garden. Get some info. It's going to be amazing. We have like some really crazy people performing.
That was the most distinct plug anybody's ever given on this show. Thank you guys so
Yeah,
much.
absolutely.
Wrongboy and Mute,
You're invited.
the Scum
Come
Boys.
through, Adam.
I'll be there. And thank
on
you
the
all
list.
for watching. Until next time, this is Adam Papagan reminding you that there's a place you can go, and it's your mind. Good night.
tight.